So I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000 with y'all today, fam. So I talk about money, I talk about investing, I talk about building wealth, but I'm on this journey along with y'all, fam. Every day I've been researching videos, learning different perspectives as far as like handling debt, handling money that you owe to other people, right? Now this is something that I have been knowing for a while because it's common sense, right? Nobody wants to be in debt. Nobody wants to have an overwhelming amount of debt over their head, because no matter what you do, you know, you always got to take care of that debt obligation. And over time, paying interest, family, that can equate to a lot of money, right? So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know what the breakdown is for me. I've been so focused on building wealth, on acquiring assets, that I've been picking up some debt along the way. Recently, my wife and I, we just bought a house. We paid about $275,000 for the house, $275,000 for the house. But we took out a 30-year mortgage on the house, right? We owe about $250,000. I put about $25,000 down on the house, right? We owe about $250,000. That's debt. I got like 3 different credit cards. I got a $12,000 limit. I got like a $9,000 limit, and I got another one with like a $25,000 limit, right? The amount of debt that I owe total for all 3 of those cards is about $5,000, right? I don't use a lot of credit cards because I know the debt cycle and I know the ridiculous interest rate that a lot of those credit cards charge. So I was always pretty mindful of not running up credit card debt. I owe student loans. I owe about $26,000 in student loan debt. I also have a wife who has some student loan debt, and she owes about $40,000 in student loan debt. So let's tally this up real quick. $250,000 on the house plus her $40,000, that's $290,000, plus my $25,000 or $26,000, right? That's like $316,000 in debt. And then my wife has a credit card of about $2,000. We owe about $318,000 in debt, right? Over the past 5 or 6 years, I've been buying Bitcoin, I've been buying cryptocurrency, I've been investing in real estate. You know, I've been doing all of these other things with my money, and I have been mindful about my debt, but I hadn't really been tackling it the way that I really should be, right? I'm thinking about going as hard as I possibly can go, paying off this debt, fam. What I will do, if y'all interested, I'll write down and list out all of my debts, right? And the order in which I plan on paying them off. If everything was to just remain as it typically is, if my monthly income remains where it typically is. But if I come across a lump sum of money, I'll pay it off and I'll update y'all if that's something that y'all interested in doing and hearing about. Fam, this is important to me because I do believe in building wealth. But it's funny because America sells you this dream. Like, I talk about inflation, I talk about money printing, and all of this money printing is because America is in debt. Now, fam, I'm a hypocrite if I'm talking about America's debt when in my personal life I have so much debt that I gotta get rid of. The sooner I can get this debt off my back, and I don't have any more debt, fam, just imagine how much more ability I'll have to actually invest, right? To actually invest towards more things. I'm thinking about turning my investing all the way down, fam, because I already have enough Bitcoin. Bitcoin, to me, is the asset that I am unwilling to sell. Like, trust me, fam, I don't like debt. I know I need to eliminate this debt, but Bitcoin is the one thing that I'm not gonna sell. But some of those other cryptocurrencies, I might sell to pay off this debt. Some of these stocks that I've been investing in these traditional equities, I may sell to pay off this debt. And then, like, listen, fam, it's crazy because this message has been coming to me in different ways. Like, I just recently started listening to another YouTuber named Anton Daniels, right? And this dude be flossing. You know, he be stunting, but at the same time, he has the ability to stunt. He can stunt because he did the work, he put in the work, and he put himself and his family in the position to be able to afford the better things in life, right? But at the same time, this dude be dropping so many jewels. He talks about eliminating debt. And the reason that he's able to do the things that he's able to do and invest as heavily as he's able to invest is because he don't have no debt, fam. Like, fam, even if you don't want to take investing that serious, eliminating debt alone, fam, will relieve so much stress out of your life, right? And what's crazy, fam, is like, I don't really consider myself a Christian because I do not like what the church has become. But at the same time, it's really hard to argue against the truth that you can find in the Bible. And the Bible talks about money. The Bible talks about how we handle our money. The Bible talks about a good man should leave an inheritance for his children's children. The Bible talks about the Bible talks about debt. I'm trying to think off the top of my head some of the things that the Bible says that the borrower is slave to the lender, fam. And that is true. I think a house is one of those things that is actually worth taking on debt for, right? But at the same time, we have to be attacking that debt, knocking that debt out. We don't want to take 30 years to pay off this house, right? You don't want to do that. You want to try to knock it out as soon as possible. And what's crazy is it is possible, and it's very possible. The problem is a lot of us are unwilling to live below our means and tackle that debt as hard as we can, fam, in order to completely eliminate it out of our lives. Now, another argument that I hear is that people say, and I was one that made this argument. I was one that said, well, why should I be in a hurry to pay off this debt when that extra money, I can just invest it? I can outperform the little 2 to 4% interest that I'm paying on this house, right? I can make 12% interest. Like, why would I pay off a house? You know, when it's on, they only charging me 2 to 3 to 4% interest. Why would I do that when I can make more money by putting it in the market? But I can make more money by investing it in another house or putting it here or putting it there. But fam, again, it goes back to the same principle that the Bible talk about. The borrower is slave to the lender, fam. Why not completely eliminate the debt? Completely eliminate the debt. Get it off your back. Live as stress-free as possible because this life is short, fam. This life does not last that long, right? After you pay off that house, just think about how much more income you would have to attack whatever investment you want to attack. You can buy up as much investments as you economically can. You know what I'm saying? But the difference is it'll be a whole lot more stress-free because you're not gonna have that monthly payment coming out every month. You'll have all your resources at your expense. At your leisure, or at your, like, you'll have the full authority over your finances. And when you have debt, you don't have full authority over your finances. Other people have claim to your property, which is your money, your income. Right now, again, I'm still gonna be investing, but I'm just gonna kind of pull back a little bit on my investing. I'm gonna scale down my investing, and I'm gonna focus more attention into paying off this debt, because I've already dedicated 5 years, 4 or 5 years into investing in the stock market, into all these different things, cryptocurrency. Right, my portfolio is good enough. I'm good enough, right? I have enough Bitcoin so that I can just wait it out. I can dedicate 5 more years to completely being debt free, right? So periodically I'll update y'all on what my strategy is and how I'm gonna go about doing it. I'll update y'all on some things that I got paid off, and I'll let y'all know how I feel. I'll let y'all know how it affected my income, right? And yeah, so I guess just let me know if that's something that you're interested in hearing more about. If not, then cool, you know, still, I would still recommend that you listen, because I still want to encourage you to think about some things that you might want to change in your life, fam. Let's not be so quick to take on all of these car loans, all of these different payments, these credit cards, running up these credit cards. Fam, like, this stuff is serious, right? And even with college, taking out these FAFSA loans, these student loans, especially when the jobs that a lot of us go get degrees in don't even pay the amount of money necessary to be able to live comfortably and pay off that debt obligation, fam, at the same time. Like, it's ridiculous. Some people go to college, got $120,000 worth of debt, and then become teachers, right? Teachers in Oklahoma somewhere making $40,000, $50,000 a year. Ridiculous, fam. So again, fam, let's be more mindful of the debt that we take out, because the borrower is slave to the lender, right? A good man should leave an inheritance for his children's children, right? But when we paying so much debt over a long length of time, paying all that interest, fam, we leaving an inheritance for somebody else's children's children. Let's keep that in mind. But thank y'all for watching, fam. I love y'all. I hope that this message resonated with y'all, and I hope that I help y'all to think about things in a different perspective. I'm on this journey too, fam. I'm on this journey too. You know, the more I think I know, the more I begin to understand that it's a whole lot more that I still need to learn. I'm on this journey with y'all, fam. Thank y'all for watching. Holla at your boy.